Can you win the games?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Cole, did you know you were going to do so well?
Yeah, I very strongly expected that.
Is Christian Lucero going to go to the games this year?
He's got a good shot. I'll give him 90 seconds of fame.
Got a hole to climb out of.
I've been here before.
I'd rather be in this position than not.
Honestly, I've been in a worse spot going into day 3.
You just go right towards the pain.
I know what it's like to miss out on it.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm in the zone.
That means stay the fuck away, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that again. I want to punch my ticket today, so.
And everyone says that Brent's the endurance guy. I think Josh is more the endurance guy.
The chipper's coming, baby.
I want to beat him really bad.
That's why the people love him.
It's exciting as fuck. You're gonna be at the edge of your seat the whole time.
She's like you. She's good for the show, so I hope she does. So I hope she makes it.
Oh, VOIGT sneaks in.
Is this region unfolding the way you think it would? And specifically, the people who are at the top. There's 2 people that I'm really interested in. The female correctional officer, what's her name? Ahia. And the guy who's in first place, the men, Gibson.
John Gibson. I will say this. It's always hard to look at the leaderboard after day 1, especially with the events that there were yesterday, because they were so totally different. So you had people that literally were 25th in one event and 3rd in the next event, or flip-flop. So I don't think it's a very true reading yet, but I think that you have the players that are up in the top area. So even though, like, if you take the women this first, I think it's great that that Emily Abbott's in that first spot. It's a name that's there. I think that that's good. But if you look at the rest of the names, they aren't the names that you would normally expect to see there. They're 6 to 10. They're in a good shot. They aren't out of the game by any means. And now we get into some more CrossFit-y type stuff. But I think we are going to see a lot of shuffling around over the course of the next 4 events.
Let me see if I'm understanding you correctly. You're saying that Alessandra Pacelli and Chyna Cho, by the end of the weekend, will be in the top 5.
I think that they should. Yeah. With the events that we have coming up, the movements that are in those events, I think their experience, they'll get themselves back where they need to be.
And how about Gibson? Is he just a flash in the pan because it was a...
No, you know what? It's funny. When I saw him on the floor, I know that I've seen him before, but he's never really been, at least in this area down here, he hasn't really been a name. Now he has, this is his 6th region, so he has been to regionals before. He's on the Canada West area. That's where he was coming from. His best showing, I think, was in 2014, where he was 14th place worldwide out of the Open, and then placed 14th in the Canada West region. So he has experience, but I think what it was is those workouts just played to his favor. I wouldn't peg him as an endurance athlete, but he was 11th on the 333, great finish, and then he won the Linda event. So great movement there.
Would you say this is his 15 seconds of fame, or do you think he's going to fight it out the whole week?
I'll give him 90 seconds of fame.
Cole, are you happy with your placement?
I think I don't really know. I don't pay attention a whole lot.
How come?
You know, I got so many other things going on throughout the weekend that I'd rather pay attention to. When I get done competing, I want to go back and I want to spend time with the people that are here to support me, and I want to spend time engaging with them, hanging out with them, loving on them, rather than face deep in the leaderboard. You know what I mean? I have an idea of where I landed yesterday in each event. I've been doing this long enough that I know generally where that's going to place me overall. And when I check the heat schedule, I'm going to find out. But where I'm lined at today doesn't dictate what I do for the next event. It doesn't change anything. So why spend unnecessary energy in a place that doesn't need to be spent? It's kind of my idea. So.
Do you buy this thing that FIKOWSKI is saying, that he's like he trains to peak at the games, and that open wasn't indicative of the fitness we're going to see from him the rest of the year? Because I'm a little nervous. I love FIKOWSKI. I want him to go to the games. I'm not impressed right now.
I'll say this. I think that at the level where he is, he doesn't have to train for the Open. He doesn't have to train to peak for the Open. Now, granted, the level of competition is rising, so you can't blow it off. I think maybe he didn't take it as serious as he needed to, but all he needed to do was to get here. Same thing here. It doesn't really matter. I mean, even if you, it really doesn't matter if you win here. It matters how you finish at the games. So get through here. I mean, he doesn't. The fact that he's out of the top 5, I don't want to say that I'm nervous for him, but I would say being the second fittest man on the planet, you would think that he would automatically be in the top 5. But again, we got a lot more events to do. So I don't think he needs to be worried, but he can't get sloppy.
I guess, what about this thought, that like if you're not doing as well as you thought, or you're doing better than you thought, that you could take different risks? Or it doesn't work like that?
I don't think it works that way. I think you should be taking those regardless of what you're doing. You should know what you're capable of, and you should be pushing that limitation regardless. So, and if you're not, then do you deserve to be there? You know, that's what I guess that would be the question that I'd pose back to you.
Final question on top of that about not being worried. This is not the games. There aren't 13 events.
Right.
Will you explain to people that 6 events is a totally, like, it is more, this is way more serious?
Oh yeah, and especially if you look at a field like this particular region, with the new way that the regional's been set up, you have, and we talked about this yesterday, there's a lot of depth. So with a lot of depth, you have a lot of characters that can pop up and pop down. Take CODY Anderson right now. I think he's sitting like around 25th place. The next event is a gymnastic workout. He's going to crush that workout, or crush that event. So he's going to hop up to the front, but he's going to knock a lot of the other guys down. So there's a lot of point spread that happens within each of the events. With only 6 events of that, you don't have a lot of chance to let one go and have a really bad one and then be able to make it up. The more events there are, the better chance you have. So with only 6, you can't mess it up as much as you could in the games. It's not as forgiving.
Does Ben teach you that shit, or is that shit you know?
You know, it's stuff that I grew up knowing and understanding, and kind of refining myself. And then Ben and I have met on very similar pages, and he reinforces it in more articulated ways. Which
you should get a discount in your training from Ben if you go to that like,
yeah.
My
hey, whoa, bro. We should probably set the bar.
Yeah. I'm like, look, just tell me what to do, and I don't need to
No, are you kidding me? I think that's one of my favorite parts about working with Ben is we work on the mind first, work on the athlete first, work on the human being first, and then the athlete comes with that.
Foreplay before boning.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Before boning. Work the mind before the body. Hashtag. Yeah. How are you?
Good.
Are you warm?
I'm getting there.
Which heat are you in?
2.
So are you? You're already warming up?
Yeah, not super seriously. I still got like 20 minutes, but just kind of moving around and making sure I can still walk on my hands.
You think maybe you forgot?
Yeah, in between the last couple days.
It seems like every once in a while when you're around, an event will pop up that like, okay, this one's got your name on it. And like everyone's like, all right, this one's Cody's.
Yeah.
Is this that event?
I feel like if any of them are, this would be the one. Yeah.
Got a couple good movements for you.
Yeah. So,
are you stressed out?
I think there's a certain level of stress whenever you're competing at regionals, but not any more than usual. No.
You are in a tough position.
Yep. I've got a hole to climb out of. I don't think it's impossible. I just need to do really well in the rest of the events, so I need the win on this one probably, and then just a really good rest of the weekend. So I don't think I'm out, but I'm just gonna. All you can do is go out there and do your best. There's no point in dwelling on the past. So
feeling good. Feeling really good.
Young and strong and healthy and virile and
exactly
ready to own the world.
That's one thing I got on these old guys over here. I feel like a kid amongst men.
How old are you?
23. I know it's not super. I feel like I'm getting older, but man, these guys
Some of these guys are old as dirt. Like that guy right there. Look at him. Are your parents here?
My mom is. Yeah, mom and my brothers.
Did your mom have any words for you?
Mostly, I mean, she prays a lot for me and stuff like that. So just kind of, God's got your back, and whatever.
Oh yeah, totally.
Whatever happens is gonna happen. So.
Fred, my friend.
Friend and acting coach.
Yeah. He's helping me out get through the weekend.
#1 helper.
How do you feel about day one? How do you feel about your placement?
I feel good. I knew Linda was going to be a struggle. Squat cleans are they winded me really bad. I did like 6 workouts with high rep squat cleans, and every time, same thing. So kind of expected it, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
See that? He scared him in his head. Woo!
Was that the Gibson you were pulling? That was the Gibson celebration?
Yeah, he got a good celly. He's got to let his hair down this last event though,
Is he going to?
Yeah, I told him to.
There's no way he'll do that.
It's like down to here. He's a beautiful specimen. Canadians they just know how to dress well, look appropriate, chop wood, seal club, live in igloos.
How do you keep your head in the game?
Chirp people mostly. Chirp.
What does that mean?
Insult someone. Just want to show, really zoom in on the number here. It says 101, and zoom in on his number. Just really take note of that.
Mine's 199.
It's 200th right now. Bubble Boy. It actually says Bubble Boy on it. But
anytime you feel like you're coming out of the game, just
chirp someone.
Slam someone.
Exactly. Put him down a little bit, right? Like I chirp FIKOWSKI a lot because he needs to, and I think I make him a better athlete. I think I deserve that medal, 2nd place last year, because I chirped him. I helped him become a better athlete, right?
Or at least a coaching credit.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe thank you, Joe Scally, for bringing me down every single day, something like that. Along those lines. I don't get any of that from him.
How's your boy doing?
Good, man. Very good.
I don't know why I'm so concerned. I feel like this morning at breakfast, I was telling the crew, I'm not seeing the mask and.
Well, we've been doing it at home.
I'm like,
we're keeping it. We're keeping it a little bit more mellow. We're staying focused for big things to come.
What is serious?
Just normally you guys are.
Why so serious?
I don't know. I just feel like there should be a.
We're trying to create some friends. I feel like last year we lost friends, so now we're trying to make new friends. So we're just keeping it a little more jovial, jovial.
I'm just concerned that you came here to have fun, and that really makes me nervous.
You're gonna get an open hand slap for saying shit like that. Hold my hand.
What's fun? Winning's fun.
How old are you?
33.
How taller?
5'11" and a half.
How much do you weigh?
195.
Are you married?
Yes.
1208.
No, not yet. Hopefully soon. Sharon.
You're an affiliate owner?
Yeah.
What's the name of your affiliate?
Semiamu or CrossFit Semiamu.
Have you noticed in the media we've changed we're doing more and more health,
yeah.
and less you buff tunes?
Yeah, and I think that's really important to send that message out, right? We're like the the low percentile of athletes, but
really little.
So
show me how much it is.
I can't even do it with my fingers. It's I can't even do it, right? But our gym members, they see the content you guys put out, and it doesn't matter if it's a CrossFit Game episode or it's the healthy tips you guys give on your social media. That's what drives members into my gym and puts money in my pocket, but at the end of the day makes the world a healthier place, right? And I know it's a huge, drastic influx in our membership base just when you guys keep producing content, right? Because it just gets out there and it's just that buzz that creates it. So if someone goes in the area, look for a CrossFit gym membership, right? Oh, here's my wife. We're going to produce baby soon.
Hello.
Oh, nice.
This goes right into the bloodstream.
Just rub it on me?
Yeah, right now.
Sharon, is he a handful?
Oh, handful is an understatement. Why do you think I haven't had kids yet?
Are you happy upside down?
It's fun. I mean, this is a very different test than we've seen before. So, it's not the traditional handstand. So, some people have it, some people don't. We'll see who has it, who doesn't, and then we'll see who can stick to their game plan and not get goaded into doing things before they're ready. I think that's all this workout is nice and smooth. So, keeping it nice and loose in the warm-up, feeling good, feeling ready, getting really warm. Had a good warm up. Now we'll just put the finishing touches on and then go execute.
Do you think that there's any gimmick with this workout? Do you think it's like silly to be walking upstairs with your hands, or do you like it?
No, I think it's great. I mean, I think a four-way walk is something we need to develop as athletes, forward, backwards, side to side, and I think we kind of neglect that when we get into a mundane routine of working out. One of the biggest problems we have is slowing down to learn new skills. You know, it's for time, so that's hard. So I think it's important for a lot of these kids to still, if they really want to develop that athleticism, it's important for the community, important for everything, because the biggest thing that I fight with my affiliate is to make sure that we're all still trying to develop. Not all of us want to be competitive, but we need to develop as humans and as athletes, so it's important.
This opportunity to just represent you, I just thank you that we just have so many brothers and sisters here representing us. So we just say first of all,
Muscle ups kind of just took more out of you than you thought, or?
No, I went unbroken on the first 2 sets of handstands, and I didn't do that in practice, and so my arms just burnt out, and I just messed up a couple times afterwards. So,
is that hard when you fail to you're not go in your head?
A little bit, but on this I know it's just like a technical mistake. It's not like you're actually so burnt out that you can't do it. I should have just been more patient and came down after each set. And I think I could have been better that way, but it's all right.
Can you beat Cody's time?
No. No way.
Come on, are you just being humble?
No, not at all. That's hard. There's no way I could beat that.
It's amazing that you could win an event and not be stoked, but I mean, I get it, but I mean, it's like the name of the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was almost a minute faster in practice, so I'm happy with the time, but I know I could have done better. So it's okay.
Yeah, he beat me by 30 seconds, I think. Yeah, that's faster than I practiced it. And I had a costly no rep going that way once, coming down, my hand just slipped a little bit. Called it a no rep, so I had to go up and over. And then I missed a couple coming back, so it could have been maybe 30 seconds quicker.
With just 3 more sets of 9 squats.
Are you happy with that?
Stoneberg making his way over.
I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy
as well. Eric Fisher with just a few more to go, and Cole Singer.
I had a few stumbles on the handstand walk, which hurt my time. But it is what it is, you know. It happens. So, it's not, I wasn't unhappy. It should have been faster. You seem very patient, like you knew that you needed to be. Yeah, my shoulders were starting to get tired. I was like, okay, hold off a second.
The 2-minute mark.
And I practiced it so many times. I think I did the workout 5 times. So I knew where I needed to be.
Last year I was fit, but I was better than short and fast stuff. It was my first regional, and I was it's kind of like a full send the whole time. And then my coach and I kind of figured out what was my weaknesses, what I need to work on. So I spent the year on aerobic, building a better aerobic base, and my squat cycle time, which is longer guys, something I always got to work on. So yeah, I'm definitely fitter this year. We're good.
Are you happy with that?
I'm really happy with that. Limited the mistakes, and that was it. Muscle ups are a problem for me, even more so with the right shoulder. Had to break those up really early, but I was smart going 3-3-3 at the last set to get me through those handstand walks. So it was good.
You're emotionally good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a happy man. Good. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Next one's all yours too.
When you do have a trip up, is it hard keeping your head in the game, or do you start like tripping on the crowd, or that you fell, or?
It's tough. I still have a problem with it. Just like you want to go fast and you see people passing you up, but I've been in the game so long now. It's like I just gotta stay in my own lane, do my own thing.
This next event, you have the potential to do some crazy shit, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you go into this event like giving yourself even more hype? I mean, do you really do anything to get yourself real riled up so you know to let the wheels fall off the
if
bus?
you know me, I'm a pretty mellow guy. I don't really need to get hyped up, or I don't really have too many highs and lows. So honestly, I know what I can do in this workout. If I go out there and execute, I'll be happy with the outcome.
Time is 1:23.
So remember, like when we go down, because we've lost a bit of speed, right? Get back to your tall position. Think about just doing your normal handstand walk, right? And then as soon as you make contact with the ramp, we have to make shorter steps, right? So we can continue that heel lead. Remember, one of the things that you like to do is reach a little hard with the left. Keep it short. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like a metronome.
It's so stressful, dude. I mean, even watching other regions is stressful.
Yeah,
I think it's stressful because I know that my wife has to do it sooner or later. I don't think it's just a step thing. Definitely, even when they're practicing it and doing it on plates and stuff, on this was totally different. And who knows how many people did it on a wood platform, so you got that fear of falling. Now it's just trying to break old habits. Nice, Chyna, there you go. Watch yourself, watch yourself.
You think she likes that when she's trying to concentrate? You're sitting here cheering her on?
Well, probably not. I don't stand by her and watch her when she's practicing at the gym. She tells me to get the fuck out of her face. Then I go over in the corner and I'm like...
Did you ever put handcuffs on her?
On Chyna? No, not yet.
Yeah, you don't want to do it too much, but you want to do it enough to be like ready.
Are you ready?
I think I'm as ready as I'm going to be. We spent a lot of hours walking over this ramp in the last couple weeks, so.
How much can you practice this? Let's say you have one of these in your gym. Is it like 3 times a day for 10 minutes each, or?
I practice like 2 hours a day or something.
In a row?
It's like over and back, over and back, over and back.
How do you feel about your placement in the week? Is it too early to tell?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
I mean, not great, but just throw it out there and see what happens, and you know, what are you gonna do?
Give it your all.
Yep.
Is this one a hard one to warm up for? Like you don't know how many handstand walks you should do?
Definitely. Because I want to just keep handstand walking for like 20 minutes to build confidence, but then I'll get out there and be totally tired.
What did you do before CrossFit? Sports-wise?
Cross country in high school, rode horses for fun, mountain bike, skied, not for competition or anything, just with my family, they're active.
You're just kind of creeping, huh?
What do you mean creeping?
You know, just hiding out, you know, keeping a low profile.
I'm trying to stay in the shadows.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's hard to do when you're in the top 5.
We'll see.
How long have you been doing this CrossFit stuff?
About 2 years.
And is this your first regional?
My first individual regional, yeah. I did team last year with this one.
What gives you the confidence to just come out here and
You
do
know,
this?
it's, I know these guys are really good, like amazing, but I'm just concerned about myself and about my performance, and I base my success off of how I do, not necessarily how I do amongst them, but how I just do for each event. So.
And then how did you find your coach?
My best friend, Chanel Higby,
is athlete too for a Masters ladies, and she had me come with her one time to work out, and I was like, all right, I'm coming back.
Are you surprised when you went home yesterday? Were you like kind of like pinching yourself, like holy shit?
I was actually really just trying not to think about it because there's so much more to get through. We have 4 more events, and that's a lot of work, a lot of points. So
yeah.
So the first time you tried CrossFit, you just fell in love.
Yes.
And how long have you been doing it?
Since 2012, so 6 years.
Why do you like competing?
I have something to prove to myself. I don't know, just with hard work you can do anything. I believe that wholeheartedly, and I knew I could make it here. So.
And did you have aspirations to come to compete at this level from the beginning?
Yeah, I always wanted to. Yeah.
Did you think that it was ever like out of reach? It wasn't realistic?
Absolutely, yeah. But I just kept trying. I tried for 4 years and was in the top 200, then eventually top 150, top 100, and slowly creeped my way up, and then finally made it last year. Yeah, last year.
Did you watch the games last year?
Oh yeah.
And when you watch them, do you see like, yeah, I should be out there?
The first time I think I watched the 2015 documentary, and I was like, I want to do that. And then I just
This is how she is. Don't listen to her. Don't listen. This is how she is. True. Okay, she just started CrossFit, and we watched the Invitational with, everyone. And like a month later, we're talking about lifts, and she's pretty strong. And she starts talking about this thing that she saw Tia do. And I'm like, Tia? Like there's some Tias in our region, and the guy's like, Tia, like from Seattle? And she's like, no, Tia Toomey did this. I think I could do that. And I was like, hey, Tia Toomey, like, stop. Like, why are you even doing that?
Well, they're just people. I mean, they're really good. I'm not saying they're really good, but I mean,
Good morning. You're just a regular woman that takes her pants off one leg at a time.
That's right. Well, but you should see how I put them on. That's the special part.
Just a little bit, I know you put a lot of expectations on yourself. How are you managing those here?
Well, I don't think I did that well on day one. And today there's just no pressure. And I remember learning this lesson before, which is just like enjoy the journey and like have fun with it. And like really, I love this stuff. So I need to remember that and remember what I learned and keep that going. And I had fun out there, and if I can access that every time, it'll go really well. So day one was a learning experience.
Are you ready to just fucking go balls to the fucking wall?
Yeah.
We're gonna see you hurt out there?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What is your chip? Thank you. Hi. Hey. Lane 10. Thank you.
Alright, 205.
205. Alex? Lane 7.
201.
There it is?
Yeah.
Lane 2.
Haley Mario. Right there. 204.
Oh my god.
It's good. It's going.
You're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. This will be a fun one.
Fired up?
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. I'm gonna have some fun.
Good luck. Is this part fun?
Not really. Not really.
If I see you standing here, is it always the same thing going on between your ears?
Yep.
And what is that?
Execute. That's really it.
Tell me about your name. What's your name all about? What are the origins of that name?
It's pronounced E. And
boy, they're really fucking it up.
I know. I sound like I'm from a tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just E. It's actually an alias. It's not my real name. And Church is my real last name.
And why do you use an alias? You didn't like your given name?
Because it was a nickname since like 6th grade, and it's what everybody's known me by, and so it just stuck, and that's just what I've gone by ever since. So.
How's this headspace?
Great, man, really good. I mean, we understood coming into this as there was going to be a fight, you know, with all these good kids around, and so he's ready to fight.
It is intense.
Yeah, it is.
The top 10 is a fucking mess.
Well, and you think about like the spacing of 1 minute, you know, that could be 5, 7, 8 kids, whereas in most regions that's only 2 or 3 kids. So, I mean, that's why we're seeing the leaderboard go from 1st to 10th. But I'm digging these workouts because they make that happen. It's good.
Competitive pressure, how would you, is he good, can he handle that?
Oh, better. He's a gamer.
I think a lot of people slow down in that last 2 rounds. They really lose it. So the goal is for him is to get to the second round. Like the first 2 rounds is not the strongest point. The last 2 rounds is the strong point. So set himself up for the opportunity to go fast in the last 2 rounds. That's the best we can do.
Do you have that ability to pace?
Oh yeah. I got that ability to pace, and then I got that ability to murder myself. So pace and then take the pacing off. Yeah. Take the governor off, eh? Yeah, that's it.
Brent, will you be watching laterally and adjusting your plan as?
I don't think so, man.
As you see numbnuts?
You just go right towards the pain. Basically, that's like what I keep thinking. Because I've done this workout and it really hurt, but I was really proud in training that I didn't shy away from the pain, and so that's all I have to do. I have a strategy. Singles and 5s, whatever, but it's just go towards the pain. Slowly, it just keeps getting harder and harder, and you just keep letting that happen. That's about it.
When you look at this workout, are you like, okay, I'm gonna fucking win this one?
When I look at this workout, I have to do everything I can do to maximize the seconds I have to do. As cheesy as that is, I have to do if I come out on top and I win and I do my game plan, awesome. If I come out 6th and I do my game plan, it's still awesome, so that's all I could do. So by the end, I know that if I'm going to want to win it, I'm going to have to grind myself to dust to do it, because a lot of these guys might be ahead of me after the first one, and I know that I can do that, so that's probably what I'm looking for.
You're looking at this kid and being like, what the fuck is this 13-year-old kid pointing his camera at me for?
Why is this kid so big and weird?
The crowd loves you.
That's nice.
And you have a very methodical approach from what it seems as an observer. How do you keep them at the distance that they don't get involved in your plan?
You know, it's cool that they're here, and like I really appreciate the support. But if they're real fans, they'll let me do what I think's best. Right? Come on, Brent, go faster. It's like I know what I need to do, and I appreciate your support. But I'm gonna do exactly what I think I need to do, and hopefully by the end of it, I look really smart. And it all works out. You know. That's kind of what you have to trust, and then hopefully by the end of it they'll go, oh man, that Brent, he really figured it out, or they'll go, oh, he should have listened to me or something. But.
So you're not just a piece of meat, you got a brain too.
I try. I was saying to Mitch earlier, someone's like, second fittest man on earth. I said like fit enough and smart enough. One of the fitter men, and I did a good job of figuring it out that weekend. All right, I gotta go.
All right. There's a lot of talk amongst the journalists back there about your old hair debacle, about the struggle you had getting your rubber band out of your hair.
Oh yeah. That was I made it a little bit looser today too. So after I hit that one, fair enough. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. It took you like a minute, dude. I had like 4 elastics in there.
Would you do a workout without your hair up?
Have to depend on what it is. Like if I didn't have to bend forward, and I don't know what I would it would have to be like push press and air squats. Like it's just so tough every time, like it just goes right in my face. So
you always wear it up?
Always, yeah. Sometimes I like to send it though at the end.
I'm nervous for you.
Thanks for the bone broth.
I'm nervous for you. Is this just gonna squash Josh?
Heck no. Did you see him just move the bar? He put 20 extra pounds on it and was power snatching it. He's gonna crush.
So as a Josh Bridges fan, I shouldn't be too worried?
No, I'm a realist. And I dig Josh. He's an inspiring friggin' dude.
Is Garrett Fisher gonna win this?
I'm voting for Jason Carroll, closely followed by Josh Bridges. How's that?
I know that's who you're voting for, but you said you're a realist.
I think this is a burpee race.
You do?
I do. If you stay close enough through the first 2 sets of snatches, then it's just a race and a push. And people that are fast at burpees are going to close fast. It's an engine workout.
Is he fast at burpees?
Yeah.
How are your burpees?
We all know the burpees are okay.
Burpees are good?
Oh, you jerk.
Well, your boy over there is telling me it's all about the burpees. It's all about the burpees.
Oh, man. God, I wish. Yeah. So, just got to get past those 175s and see what happens.
I said 3 events in, it's 10 games athletes fighting for 5 spots.
Who do you think's gonna win?
The entire region?
Yeah.
Cole. Guy looks unreal. Totally different level of focus than he's ever had at a regional before. Committed and composed on every event so far. And we all know that rope climb thruster is his best event of the weekend.
Cole Sager on pace to finish.
Cole Sager with his last rep in his event zone.
And Gary Fisher finishing up with a time of 6:30.
And there goes Jonathan Gibson as well as Chyna Cho. Gibson pulling Gibson and Carroll to finish.
Got Sanchez, Gamati, and Van Snowberg. Garmoti now looking to finish as well.
You said you were worried about me.
Got Sanchez, Gamati, and Garmoti now looking.
Dave told me after today you had no chance, and then after today you'd be fucked. After the handstand walk, you'd be out of it completely.
Good. I love Dave. George Sanchez getting across that finish line. For
I mean, all kidding aside, there's some big fucking strong guys here.
I love it. I love taking those motherfuckers on.
He said he loves taking those motherfuckers on, I think.
That's why the people love him.
I was like, if I do 10, I might be able to beat him, but I was like,
There's no way I'm not letting this go.
I can.
No way.
And then I was like, you're so close. Even if I was to, like, your burpees are so much faster, I was like, there's not much I can do.
The whole time I was in my head, I was like, just get him on the burpees.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see some play. Show him your flops.
Do it.
There it is. Yeah, shirt. Take that shirt out, dude.
Have you looked at the leaderboard? Oh, don't act like that. Don't act like that. Come on, let's look at it. Come on, don't be like that. Come on.
I'm sure I'm in the same spot. I'm sure Cole isn't too far behind me. Are you cheering for me? You're better than cheering for me. Punch you in the stomach. Punch you in the stomach.
Is that your dad?
Yeah. Good dudes.
What's his name?
Josh Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, bro. What's your name?
Jackson Bridges.
What's your name?
Noxie.
Nox. Otherwise known as Noxie Poo.
You want some bone broth?
That's it.
I figured out. I cracked the code.
Yeah, man, you got the shirt on you, right? Hey, you just want bone broth over there? Yeah.
Some bone broth. How's your body?
It's pretty good. I was just gonna get like some light massage, but there's nothing like super wrong. Just take a sleeping pill tonight, make sure I sleep well. And
a sleeping pill?
Yeah, I don't sleep otherwise during competition.
You proud of
I hate
this?
that he takes sleeping pills. If I took a sleeping pill, I'd sleep for 9 days straight.
That doesn't make you groggy for tomorrow?
No, I always feel really good, actually. I mean, I don't take any like super heavy stuff, but yeah, especially like, you know, if we get done with a brief, we'll get done with the briefing pretty early, so it'll leave like at least 10 hours to sleep. It'll be good.
What is the story with the games last year? Did you drink there's like talk that you drank water while you were
We talked about it on the podcast. Why are you acting like we don't know about this?
There's talk like you drank water. We did talk about it on the podcast? I don't even remember. I've done 80 podcasts.
Oh, I'm not
since
special, huh?
I mean, just
you give bone broth to everyone, don't you?
No, actually, I don't.
Yeah, last year at the games, man, between events 1 and 2.
But you don't know what it was.
Something hit me in the gut. Something hit my gut.
So you don't know if
I have
it
no
was-
idea what it was. I don't know if it was something I ate, if it was something I drank in the water. But it is what it is, man. Like, it's over now. I mean, I can't do anything about it. It's in the past. Like, you know, I took 29. I didn't feel myself at all. You know, it is what it is.
Is the documentary team distracting for you?
No, I try and look at everything in my life as an opportunity to learn and grow, growth mindset. And I think this regional is an opportunity for me to balance people's expectations with my goals. And so, you know, there's a lot more people cheering for me, a lot more stuff on social media, there's more people interviewing me. And I think with that comes this external pressure to do things potentially outside your comfort zone. I've had
Pretty proud of this guy?
Oh my God, I cried. Look it, someone got me on film. Someone got a picture of me.
She cried in the games too when I cleaned 350.
I did.
It went viral,
I cried. Look it, someone took a picture. I cried because he did like 40 seconds faster than in practice. And we needed that second place because yesterday was a shit show, so we had to fight our ass off today, and he did that. So proud.
At the end of the day, if I don't make the games, that would be very unfortunate for the documentary team. That's kind of, their whole story is hopefully based around me making it back and making a run at first place, right? My whole season as a professional. And if my season's cut short, that would suck. But if my season was cut short without a documentary, it would suck anyway. So I can't let that additional pressure of, you know, these humans relying on me to get there as part of their goals distract me from the fact that it's still my goal.
Is this enough? Is this first and second enough to get you in that top 5 going into tomorrow?
Like right now after 4 events? I don't think so. I was in 13th before, so I mean it'll definitely help. Hopefully it'll put me in the final heat for tomorrow, but I still need 2 more really good finishes tomorrow. So I'm just gonna keep taking it one event at a time and see what happens.
Sometimes I long for the days of, you know, 2012 when it was just basically my coach and me, or sorry, 2013, when it was just my coach, me, 20 people in the stands, 10 people back home. Those days were kind of nice, but those days are gone. And they'll never come back until I decide to take up basket weaving. So, you know, it's a new set of challenges, and You know, guys like Josh Bridges are used to that pressure now, and he handles it very well. And guys like, you know, Froning and whatever, and now me, you know, there's this expectation of, oh, Brent's gonna win this event. It's like, you know, people forget just because I came second in the games doesn't mean that some guy that they've never heard of isn't gonna beat me in an event, right? Like, it's still gonna happen. And I gotta be okay with that.
When you finished this workout and you were walking off, Fikowski was like, "Oh, I'm proud of you."
Great job, great. I'm proud of you, man. You too, bro. It's really good.
He's a good dude, man.
He wins his heat and everyone's surrounding him. Oh my god. Did you do the Josh Bridges?
That's the kind of thing, like, that's the kind of shit like Dave tries to pull. Right, oh, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Like, who the fuck are you to be proud of me? You're not my daddy.
So I was thinking about that. I'm like, I knew I could potentially win this event, and I'm like, I won't be able to do anything. I'm like, I can. I know.
No, it was funny. It's all right. Me and Brent, we're getting along here. I like Brett. You know.
You mean as opposed to when you were fighting at the games?
We were never fighting.
Oh.
I don't know if he liked me at the games because I was giving him a lot of shit at the games. So he didn't seem to. He kind of steered away from me. It seemed like. So I don't know if he, you know, just didn't like that or what, or didn't get my sense of humor maybe because we don't know each other that well. So, but yeah, no, we're good.
What'd you do this in training?
Exact same time.
I went like 20 seconds faster.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Like,
you're okay with the "I'm proud of you" comment? Are you gonna give it back to him?
I will. Of course I will. Hey, man, I'm proud of you.
At least like that last year, if that workout came out, I would have been trouble.
Right.
So, whatever.
Hey man, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
I was kind of forced.
I gotta win my heat here though. The chipper's coming, baby. So I'm going to bed tonight and waking up tomorrow morning with the mindset of win the chipper. Last time there was a 50s chipper on Sunday morning, I got the event record. And last 4 years of regionals, every chipper I've won in my region. I intend to keep that streak. I'll make sure I come and cheer you on.
Please do. Please do.
Because I know you love it.
I do. It's my favorite.
It helps.
It does. It helps me get fired up. We were talking about how, you know, the people who circle around people at the end, right? It used to be something special, right?
Now it's the circle of death.
Now it's like this, exactly. It's a circle of shame, right? You're just like, get away from me. If someone circles around me and I'm the last person on the floor, I do not want you near me. That is the last thing I want, is you cheering me on. And so when Cole was doing it on that last workout, I was like, what an asshole. You know, it depends on the workout too, I guess.
And the guy.
Yeah.
Cole means well.
He does. Cole has a...
He's soft like that.
Pudding.
Did you know you were going to be like that?
I was just always never win. She's a beast, so I would keep up with her.
That was savage. You didn't slow down once.
I like burpees. Alex Parker,
Are you surprised at all at your performance?
Yes. Yeah, it's been a good weekend. Yeah. Last few reps for Dudley.
Are there a lot of butterflies at the beginning? Are there a lot of butterflies at the beginning?
Oh yeah. Getting ready doing my hair. My heart rate monitor said I was like at 120.
They are done for the day.
Is this your first event victory at a regional?
Give it up for Miss KELCY.
Yeah, I didn't know I won, but yes. Yes, it is. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Very cool.
Hey, girl. Come on, here bright and early, 9 a.m. for the final day of competition.